Hey guys, today I'm sharing my simply easy and oh so delicious baked spaghetti recipe. So grab your pen and paper and let's get started. Okay guys, we're here at the stove and I am just going to take a couple of pinches of salt to make sure I salt my water really well. And I'm just going to go ahead and add my pasta. Remember, we had the pot-sized pasta spaghetti noodles here. And I'm going to add this entire box. You're going to make sure all those noodles are down here in the water. And this shouldn't take any longer than about 10 minutes. Once it gets boiling, 10 minutes. Because remember, this is going into the oven. Okay guys, we're gonna go ahead and scramble up our ground turkey. Okay, so once our meat has reached this stage, this is when I like to go ahead and add in my seasonings. Now, one thing I can say about ground turkey, you're not going to have all that excess oil that you have when you're using ground beef and ground chuck. All right, we're going to go ahead and add this entire packet of Lipton soup. And I'm not one for adding a whole bunch of salt to my dishes. Because remember, this Lipton onion mix, it has salt content. So therefore, a lot of salt is not needed. So just be very mindful of all the other additives that you add to your dish. Be very mindful of the salt content. Okay guys, I hear my alarm going off. I gotta go and check on the pasta. Okay guys, the pasta is ready. We're gonna bring it back to the party. We're gonna let it sit there for a minute. And we're gonna tend to this meat real quick. That's exactly what you want. And all that right there is nothing but flavor. So at this point, let me go ahead and add a few ingredients to this. I have a little Aston as well. Just a little bit. We're going to add a little bit of that. Have a little garlic powder. And since we use onion Lipton soup mix, I'm not going to add any more onion in there at this point. Oh. All right, so add our jar of sauce. This is just the way I like to make my quick baked spaghetti. Might need a little bit of that second jar. I'm making a mess. Oh my goodness. All right, let's give it a tap. Guys, that does help. When you turn it upside down and give it a gentle tap, that does break that seal. All right. Wonderful. Let's turn it down a little bit. We're going to add a little bit of water to this jar here. And then we're going to let this simmer down. All right, guys, we turn that down. We're just gonna let that simmer. We're gonna give those flavors about a good 5 minutes to marry together, and we're gonna come back and give it a taste. And we're gonna be ready to put this together. Ooh, so excited. Okay, so while our meat is cooking, we're gonna go ahead and work on that pasta. All right, I've already drained the water off of it. So now we have our, hold on a second. Okay, back to this dish. We have our cream cheese here that I'm gonna cut up here. I should have already had this prepared, but that's okay. It goes pretty quickly. So we want to get that cream cheese into our pasta. That's 4 ounces of cream cheese that I am adding to this pasta. All right, you're gonna let the heat from that pasta melt that cream cheese down. So we can kind of like put our lid back on top of this, and we're gonna let the heat do its thing. All right, we're back to our meat sauce. Turn this back up because I did turn it down because it was cooking a little fast for me. Go ahead and give it a good taste here. That is delicious. Delicious. Now I am the one to sprinkle about a teaspoon of sugar just to break up some of the acidity from the sauce. Nothing to sweeten up your sauce. It's just to break it up. And I'm gonna add the remainder of that butter into my sauce. Ooh, that is popping in my hands, honey. All right. We have the remainder of that butter in there. We'll go ahead and let that melt into our sauce. Guys, it was one thing I forgot to add to my noodles. Go ahead and add me some parsley flakes in there. And we'll get those stirred up in there. We just wanted to go ahead and melt that cheese. Add a little bit of parsley flakes also to that sauce. So that little butter is not going to hurt anything. Remember, I am using ground turkey. That ground turkey does not produce any oil. So that is just flavor on top of flavor. How about that? Oh my goodness. That is good. Guys, y'all know my favorite. You're gonna add some Sazon to that. One little packet. All right, guys, we are ready to start layering our sauce, but first, we have got to get our cheese grated. So we're gonna let these flavors just sit here and marry while we grate our cheese. And we'll be ready to put our dish together. Let's go ahead and check on that pasta before we grate our cheese. See if everything going great. Yeah. Let me get that nice. And I want every one of those noodles to have a little bit of that cream cheese on there. It looks good. So now we're going to take a little bit of that heavy cream and we're going to add just a little bit of heavy cream to it. Just a little bit. And then that's going to help loosen up some of that. That's going to help loosen up our cream cheese as well. You know that's gonna be good, right? All right, all right. You know that's gonna be good. Ooh, honey, yes, it is looking good. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so that is ready, and we're gonna go ahead and grate our cheese. And when we come back, we're gonna be putting this together. Okay guys, I'm going to show you my setup, and this is my little assembly line I have going. These are my spaghetti noodles here, and I have my cheese that I have grated. I have some medium cheese and some mild cheese, and I have my spaghetti sauce, and I also have some extra cheese just in case I need it. We're going to go ahead and get our baked spaghetti assembled. Okay, I have 2 pans here. I have enough to make some for my household as well as my son's household. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some sauce in the bottom of the pan. I'm gonna get a small amount of sauce in the bottom of your pan. Then we're going to go in with a layer of the spaghetti noodles. So now all we're doing is layering these flavors. Now we're going to layer it with some cheese. Let's get a little cheese in between each layer of flavoring. And guys, I like to shred my own cheese. I just feel like it melts better and it gives you a more creamier texture. All right, now we're going to hit it with a little parsley flakes here. Open the other side. We're going in again with some meat sauce. So we go in now with our last layer of spaghetti noodles. It's nothing to it. It's very simple. Very simple. When you cheese everything up again, cheese it up. Now you can use any type of cheese that you like. For this week's edition of baked spaghetti, we decided to keep it nice and light. We didn't get no heavy spiced cheese to put on those. Add just some more parsley. More parsley. And then we're going to top it off with the remainder of our spaghetti sauce. And guess what? When you run out of sauce, you just add a little bit more and you jazz it up. So this is what we have, and now we're just going to top everything off with the remainder of our cheese. So we're going to take up the rest of our cheese we have here. I'm going to add that right on top. I'm going to go ahead and top it off with a little parsley, and we're going to get these into the oven, 400 degrees oven, and we're going to let all these flavors marry together, because remember, everything is already done. So we're going to let these cook at 400 degrees for about 30 minutes. I have allowed my spaghetti to rest for 30 minutes. We're going to go ahead and cut into it. See which way I want to go with this. Now when you first pull it out of the oven, you don't want to cut it right away. You will get a cleaner cut if you let your spaghetti rest a few minutes. Now had I started to cut this when I first put it out of the oven, I wouldn't get such a clean cut. All right, let's just go in here and get it out just like so. Ooh, look at that, guys. Take a look at that. Nice, cheesy, baked spaghetti. I hope you guys enjoy this. Guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If so, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And as always, life is great when you keep it simple. We're going to see you on the next one. Bye for now.